You're too big. You can't win. This is what everybody told me when I was doing the sport of triathlon. And these weren't just anybody. These were the best PhD sports scientists in the sport. And had I listened to them, I would not have gone on to win 2 Ironman World Championships. So the lesson learned here is nobody cares about your future as much as you do. Nobody. And had I listened to all those people, I would never have got to where I've got to. So what I want you to do is exactly what I empowered myself to do, is be the own CEO of your own destiny. Take control and look and source for the information that works for you. And that's what I went about and did. I found people who believed in my dreams and my visions and put those people together to ultimately succeed. And I'm sure you'll all agree that one of the biggest frustrations is there is so much information out there. What is right? What is wrong? And that's what I would like to do, is keep it real and show you some of the common mistakes that a lot of you are probably making, mistakes that I made, and make sure you get the best out of yourself long term. I think one of the 3 most common mistakes I see a lot of people make, and be that both pros and amateur athletes, is a lack of consistency and a lack of planning around consistency. I know a lot of people say, look, I've got a training plan, my coach set a certain time frame around a training plan, but consistency is about knowing what to do, when to do it in a structured plan. That's the great thing we do with MaccaX, is that everybody who joins our team gets a nice plan, a nice structure on their entire year. So training plan and training consistency is one of the key mistakes that you can rectify if you get that planning right. Consistency being the number 1 mistake I see people make, but number 2 would definitely be what you're actually doing in that training plan. The blend that we like to call it is where certain sessions fit and why you're doing those certain sessions. I know a lot of athletes out there, they go riding with their friends and they just do certain sessions because their friends are doing it. But understanding why a session is done, what it's doing for you and your strengths and weaknesses, and how that fits into a program is imperative, whether it's recovery, whether it's specific to strength, whether it's specific to foundation. And this is key, a key mistake that people make, is the lack of understanding of why they're doing certain sessions. And I think the 3rd mistake we all make, and that again, pros or amateurs alike within the sport of triathlons, is the single word patience, whether that's patience in training or patience in racing. We're all very, very impatient people. We want results very, very quickly, and we force our hand both in our training sessions and in particular when we take that training to a race. You see a lot of athletes go out too hard racing and they have these horrible days after perfect preparation, and I see it even more so in training plans where athletes are trying to execute things that they're probably not ready for. So if I can give you any advice and any mistake to not make, probably more than consistency in the planning size, is being patient in the delivery of things over a long period of time. The sport of triathlon, as we all know, is ridiculously tough. It is very, very, very hard. I don't think anybody coming into the sport doesn't underestimate how difficult that is. And failure is something that you do get used to, I guess, in some capacity. I know as a professional athlete, I failed a lot. It is a very, very tough sport to get right. And it took me years to figure this out, 20 years as a professional before I started to get these big results towards the end of my career, World Championship wins. And this was exactly the reason why 4 years ago I launched the MaccaX community, to make the training sessions available to all of you, to bring a community together that enables you to bounce ideas off similar-minded athletes, to give you access to professionals that can give you that information. The MaccaX community is a community that's grown to over 1,000 athletes worldwide in the last 4 years. And I wanted to make it as easy as possible for everybody to access the MaccaX community, be it on your mobile device or on your laptop at home. And triathlon is an expensive sport as it is. So with the MaccaX community, I wanted to make sure it was affordable for everybody. So for a year's membership with the MaccaX community, you'll pay less than you probably pay for a month with a local coach. You get access to myself, to our full video vault of training sessions, to a personalized plan that we can have our team of coaches help build for you, access to a community that's globally based, entries into races that you probably can't get into. It's a wonderful, wonderful group of people, and I'm so proud that it's grown to the group that it is globally around the world. So I encourage you to take action. Click on the link and come and join our team. I'll get a personal message from myself. You'll meet all our members, and I look forward to getting to know you personally in our member community.